Hi, my name is Sam Chowdhury. I'm a broker in the state of Texas. Wanted to talk to you about when you're getting a loan mortgage, what not to do, right? Whenever people come to me, it's like, hey, Sam, we're thinking about buying a property, either going to be a primary home or even an investment property. I always ask them if there's first transaction, first time buying it, or this is a repeat. And the reason for that, or this is the second home, the reason is because I always send them a first time home buyer guide. In my first time home buyer guide, I have these 10 commandments, what not to do when you're trying to get the loan. And one of the first things you cannot do when your file is right in the middle of processing to get approved for you to get the mortgage loan is thou shalt not change your job or quit your job right before the loan is approving or closing on the property. I had a situation a few years back where the client actually decided to give his notice 3 days before closing. His wife didn't know about it. They communicated, but she thought he was going to be submitting that notice after the closing, but he went ahead. I guess he was upset. He went ahead and gave his notice. The reason why it's not a good idea, because the lender verify your employment on the day of the closing or a day before of the day before closing, and they also check your credit score one more time at the closing table. So it was, thank God we had, they were able to verify, yes, he works here currently, and they did not ask the question or they did not volunteer the information that he have given his notice, So the second thing is that thou shalt not go buy very expensive cars or multiple cars right before you're going to, while you're in the middle of a mortgage. And the reason is because that might change your back end ratio and you might not qualify for the loan what you were supposed to be getting qualified for, or do an excessive charges on your credit card, right? At the same time is, don't start and thou shalt not start spending money on big ticket items, right? It's like, don't go start spending money on I had a client who spent like $87,000 on furniture right before his closing. The good thing is that I had a conversation with him, do not add any more things to your credit, right? So he actually ended up paying $87,000 for the furniture. It was beautiful furniture, but at the same time, that kind of a situation which it raises the red flags for the underwriter. Now, I had another client who also, made a large deposit into the account. And the reason for that large deposit was coming in as a gift fund from the family. Well, that's okay, because all the source of the funds have to be verified by the lender or the underwriter. So it is very crucial to kind of go on a kind of a freeze, you can say. Don't take any kind of action which is going to financially impact your credit score or the processing of the file. And don't hesitate to ask your lender. Always ask your lender, hey, I'm thinking about moving approximately, let's say $250,000 from one account to the other. Is that going to be okay, or is that going to cause problem? Would you like me to? They're going to ask you why you're transferring the funds. Is because we're going to be doing a down payment or partial down payment based on that, So as long as they know about it and they're okay with it and it's not going to change your back end ratio, you should be okay. If you have any question, don't hesitate to reach out. My name is Sam. Phone number is 832-419-4700. Talk to you then.